What's up, everyone? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel where I do music reviews. My name is Aaron, and today we're checking out the new album, The Surface, by the band Beartooth, which is their fifth studio album since they formed in 2012 by Caleb Shomo after he left his band Attack Attack. Their debut album from 2014, titled Disgusting, was quite a change from Shomo's old band, having more of a hardcore punk influence compared to their metalcore sound, and it received a lot of praise, and it is considered to be a lot of favorites amongst the fans. However, their sophomore album, Aggressive, is considered to be a lot of people's least favorite. And unfortunately for me, each release that would come after it would be a little bit worse. Their last album, titled Below, from 2021, had a lot of mixed reviews, mine being a little bit more of the criticizing ones. It just sounded too generic for me. There's a lot of lack of creativity within it, and I felt like they basically just made the same song over and over and over again. While I know a lot of people still enjoyed it quite a bit, it had a lot of energy, and it was definitely made for more of a live show than anything else. I'm definitely hoping that The Surface it'll be different. I'm hoping that there will be a little bit more substance within this album. The album opens up with the title track, The Surface, which is pretty heavy thanks to the vocals that get a little silly in the intro. The chanty vocals remind me of something that The Devil Wears Prada would do for some reason. The pre-chorus and the chorus take a little bit of a turn, going more pop punk, but they're still really catchy. I really honestly wanted to hate this, but I gotta admit, it does sound pretty good. The breakdown is a little cringy due to, again, the vocals in the same way. They were a little silly in the intro, and I don't know, despite these flaws, this is probably my favorite song on this album as things start to kind of drop down a little bit quicker as we go into the song Riptide, which is basically about Caleb wanting to move on from writing songs that are based on his pain and come from a dark place, such as the whole album that was their last one, Below. I dig the chorus and how honest he is, while it still uses some pretty decent metaphors. However, this song does become pretty repetitive. Doubt Me has a very mainstream sound where the verse and the pre-chorus have a typical build-up going into the chorus, which is really cliche. It's got sayings such as, "Your doubt is gonna fuel my fire, and don't you ever effing doubt me." The bridge suffers from the same kind of issues. The best part of the song is the 20-second breakdown, and I think that's because the rest of the song is just so generic and bland, where it doesn't really take a whole lot to make it feel even just slightly entertaining at this point. Then we have the song The Better Me, which has the cheesy lyric, "Hit 'em with that riff" in the intro. I don't know why they decided to keep that. The pre-chorus, verse 2, and various parts of this song feature country artist Hardy. Country being my least favorite genre in the whole wide world just made it so hard for me to enjoy this song. The melodies, the lyrics, that country twang in their voice, country just isn't it for me. This was a struggle. I get it. If you enjoy country, you might like this one, but it sounded so bad. I couldn't get into this no matter how many times I tried. My first listen, I wanted to skip it as soon as I figured out where it was going. Things do get a little bit better with the song Might Love Myself. The first time I heard this as a single, I wasn't really that into it, but it does have a great message, where a lot of music today is based around self-loathing and beating yourself up and really dwelling on the mistakes that you made. This is the exact opposite, which I feel like is pretty cool. It's cheesy, but because of that, I did enjoy it. It has like a love song kind of intimacy quality to it that I thought was kind of funny, and I really enjoyed the riff and the chorus. I just wish they gave it a little bit more attention. And then we also have the song Sunshine, which has some great distorted vocals, and I just love the contrast from, you can tell the distorted vocals are based on, his mindset when he's inside, he's not getting out, he's not getting fresh air. And then it just changes as soon as he talks about being outside. The song just becomes so much lighter. It was a really cool thing that they did. It just goes to show how getting outside, or just getting some sunshine in general, if you live in like a rainy, cloudy kind of area, it could do wonders for your mental health. And from this, you could definitely see it from Caleb as he's going from very angry and singing about how he's going to lose his mind to finally feeling like he's having a good day. What's Killing You made me think that this was going to be an all-out mosh song and no chill, but everything completely changes as soon as the verse comes in. It has another kind of cool message about not dwelling on the past, and the backing vocals in the chorus actually were a nice touch, and I enjoyed this song because of that. The rest of the chorus fell flat though, where the verses I felt like were the main strong point. And then we have the song Look the Other Way, which is the acoustic ballad for this album. It doesn't really pick up until verse 3 when the drums, electric guitar come in. It's kind of okay with lyrics touching on, mental health struggles and how they affect other people. It's just, acoustic ballads don't really do a whole lot for me, especially within like pop punk kind of things. You're just waiting for that song to pop up. And this one just felt just as, generic and bland as any other. Then we have What Are You Waiting For, which is one of my least favorite songs on this freaking thing. It's a lot like Doubt Me, and how it's just very generic and it feels like it's lacking all kinds of substance, full of cliche lyrics about wanting to start over and burn it down and let's start over, and you want to start over, hey, we should all start over, do you not like it, we should start over. It's just, it felt like more of a filler song, and there's not really much else to say about this one. My New Reality has a very intimate feel to it, as there's not a whole lot going on in the verses. It's mostly just vocals, and without them really saying anything though. The chorus is a decent sound, but the song doesn't really come to life until you get to verse 2. The breakdown has a good rhythm to it, and that's honestly the only really good thing I could say about this song. The whole thing just feels very uninspired, but it is kind of chill, and the closing track, I Was Alive, really keeps that chill vibe going. And this song actually has one of the coolest riffs in the verse, but again, it just kind of pops up here and there. I just want it to be able to keep going because I felt like a cool riff would really make this album, I don't know, feel a little bit better. The chorus is epic, but it's also really corny and it feels very lazy. The second chorus, it does have a little bit more substance to it, but the bridge, it's just, I don't know, this song just fell so flat for me. Overall, it's just a boring song, which kind of really sums up this whole album. It feels like it just isn't really saying a whole lot. But I gotta admit, the lyrical content does sum up this album really well. But I feel like the last song could have done that, or the song before that could have done that as well. Because the first half of this album had some pretty decent moments to it. The title track honestly being the best. And then after that, each song just kind of progressively gets a little bit worse as it leans a little bit more into pop rock than anything else. I mean, sure, there's some heavier moments or some growls and stuff, but overall, the main influence felt more pop rock. The vocals are pretty good, which are to be expected from Caleb Shomo, even though there are some like kind of cheesy and silly moments here and there. The back half of this album is where it really, really loses steam and it just doesn't recover. It's very unexciting. It becomes boring. It falls into this formulaic style of songwriting where each song just feels like it's repeating itself over and over again, especially the lyrics. I feel like he's just saying the same thing over and over again after you get to What's Killing You, all the way through the rest of this thing. On any one of those songs, like I said, could be the closing track because it's basically just, the message just on repeats. Surprisingly, I did enjoy their last album, Below, a lot more than this, which is kind of interesting because it continues their progression of getting worse and worse with every single album. So with all that said, I gotta give The Surface by Beartooth a 4.2 out of 10. And I know that with a band as big as this, I'm going to get a lot of hate for my opinion, which is totally fine. But at the same time, leave a comment below letting me know what you thought of The Surface. Let me know what you'd rate it, what your favorite song is. And if you think I'm really stupid, please let me know why you enjoyed this album, because maybe I'm just missing something. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to give it a like. Doing that just helps me out so much with YouTube's algorithm, which is very, very confusing and nitpicky. It will keep my videos in your recommended section, even if you're subscribed and ring the bell icon. Sometimes YouTube just won't show me to you. So yeah, if you just give this video a like, it helps out so much. And if you do want to help support me and my channel, subscribing and ringing the bell icon does a lot as well. And I just thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me sit here and talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.